So guys, does anyone know what Prader-Willi syndrome is? Izzy?
Um, is it's a skin disease that it turns you into like makes you look like a tree, and you have to get very rare surgery for it, and it like costs a lot of money. And eventually you will die, and the tree so you die, but you like drowned.
Not quite. Prader-Willi syndrome is a genetic condition that affects many organs and organ systems. It occurs when the genes around the area of chromosome 15 lose function. This is when the paternal portion of chromosome 15 is missing from each cell. This can come about one of three ways. 70% of Prader-Willi syndrome cases occur when the paternal portion of chromosome 15 is deleted and maternal genes are inactive. 25% of cases occur when someone has two copies of chromosome 15 received from the mother and none from the father. This is called maternal unapparent dystony. The third case is very rare. Only 5% of cases are in this form. It's caused by the translocation of chromosome 15. This is when a mutation or other defect abnormally turns off the genes. Among the missing genes in chromosome 15 are the genes that carry the instructions for making molecules of small nucleolar RNAs, or SNO RNAs. These molecules play an essential role in regulating other types of RNA molecules, which help to produce proteins. Studies show that the loss of a specific group of SNO RNA genes, the SNORD116 cluster, may contribute to some PWS symptoms. However, it is unknown how missing this cluster could contribute to intellectual disability, behavioral problems, or the physical features of the disorder. Can anybody list some symptoms of Prader-Willi syndrome? Okay then. As a baby, this syndrome is recognizable by the appearance of hypotonia, which is weak muscle tone. The babies appear floppy and flexible. Other characteristics of the disease are difficulties feeding or sucking, lack of or slowed growth, and delayed development. As a child, they will develop an appetite that is never satisfied. The body feels completely famished and will never feel full, which leads to excessive overeating and obesity. Many will develop type 2 diabetes in their lifetime. People affected by this syndrome often have intellectual impairments and learning disabilities. Another common symptom is behavioral problems, such as temper outbursts, stubbornness, and compulsive behaviors, one of the most common being skin picking. Many have sleep abnormalities, such as trouble sleeping at night and falling asleep during the day. People with Prader-Willi syndrome have distinctive facial features, including a narrow forehead, almond-shaped eyes, and a triangular mouth. They also have short stature and small hands and feet. Many also have fair skin and hair. Affected males and females have underdeveloped or undeveloped genitals. Most are infertile and either have delayed or incomplete puberty. Is there currently a cure for Prader-Willi syndrome? Abigail?
No, some symptoms are able to be managed.
Very good. As an infant, special bottle nipples or eternal feeding tubes can be used to ensure that the baby is getting proper nutrition. Physical therapy is also helpful to treat infants' hypertonia and make infants' muscles stronger. As a child, strict supervision of daily food intake is a must. It is necessary to provide the correct amount of energy while preventing overeating and limiting weight gain. Growth hormone replacement therapy is helpful in normalizing height, increasing muscle mass, and decreasing fat mass. The children with PWS do not produce enough growth hormones, so by adding a supplement to these hormones, the growth hormone molecules can reach the receptors in replacement of the ones that would be produced internally in a healthy child, allowing them to grow more as an unaffected child would. Special education and speech therapy are helpful to a child with PWS to prevent them from falling behind other children. It is extremely important to be firm in limit setting with a child with Prader-Willi syndrome to treat many of the behavioral problems. Serotonin reuptake inhibitors are also helpful to treat depression in teens and adults. Like the growth hormones, the body does not produce enough serotonin, so by adding extra into the system, the molecules and the supplement can reach the receptors in their absence of the natural serotonin, preventing and treating depression. The replacement of sex hormones at puberty are useful in helping to produce adequate secondary sex characteristics. Topiramate is also useful for children who pick their skin, to reduce their urge to pick. Modafinil is used to prevent daytime sleepiness in children keeping them more alert throughout the day. Ultimately, people with Prader-Willi syndrome are unable to live alone in their lifetime due to their uncontrollable urge to eat and extreme compulsive behavior. Most people with PWS either live with family members for the rest of their lives or in a group home environment.